Hey, back for more Shakesyear in the middle of the day. Hurrah! We're working on Cymbeline. Yesterday we had Cloten reminding us all why he's named Cloten and what a Cloten he really is. He's wandering around through the forest with his sword drawn to try to find Imogen and Posthumus. And guess whose cave he happens to walk in front of? Belarius of Arragus and Guiderius, where Imogen, who's calling herself Fideli, is now staying. I think that all of that is right, all of those names, because there's lots of names and weirdness. Anyway, the scene starts off with Belarius of Arragus and Guiderius getting ready to go out on the hunt, and then Imogen is like, oh, I don't feel so well, and one of them's like, I'll stay with you, and she's like, no, I don't feel that bad that somebody has to take care of me. I just like want to stay here and take a nap. And there's all of this stuff that if they knew they were related would be weird and incestuous, but as it is, it's just like, oh, I love you, oh, you're great, oh, I love you, oh, you're great, and we hope that you feel better, and blah, 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 until she takes a sip of the stuff that Pisanio had given her, which, if you remember, was a potion that the queen gave to Pisanio because she thinks it'll kill him and or Imogen and or whoever else happens to drink it, but really was brewed to not actually kill somebody, but to make them really sick, sort of like what Juliet drinks in Romeo and Juliet. Anyway, so Imogen takes a swig of that and then goes into the cave to take a nap. Belarius of Arragus and Guiderius realize that somebody is approaching. That would be Cloten. And Belarius and Arragus go off to see if Cloten brought people with him. So when Cloten arrives at the cave, the only one there to, like, quote-unquote, greet him is Guiderius. And Cloten comes in, swords ablazing, and he's like, I am Cloten, quake with fear. And Guiderius is like, So they challenge each other to a fight. They head off stage, have their little fight. Belarius and Arragus come back in. They're like, we don't see anybody else that was traveling with him. And then Guiderius comes back in carrying Cloten's head because he decapitated him in the fight. So now Cloten, who had identified himself as the queen's son, is dead by Guiderius's hand. And Belarius and Arragus are admittedly kind of freaking out about it. Guiderius is like, I totally was within my right to do this. He was a bad guy, whatever. He's like, did you see anybody else traveling with him? And Belarius says, no single soul can we set eye on. But in all safe reason, he must have some attendance. Though his honor was nothing but mutation, and that from one bad thing to worse. Not frenzy, not absolute madness could so far have raved to bring him here alone. Although perhaps it may be heard at court that such as we cave here, hunt here, are outlaws, and in time may make some stronger head, the which he hearing, as it is like him, might break out and swear he'll fetch us in. Yet it's not probable to come alone. Either he's so undertaking, or they so suffering. Then on good ground we fear. If we do fear, this body hath a tail more perilous than the head. So yeah, now Belarius is freaking out that somebody else is going to come and after Cloten, and they're going to find that Cloten has been dead, so they got to do something about it. And we'll get to learn what they do about it tomorrow and in the following days. I'll see you then. Mwah.